My brother S. ultimatum arrived in a legal envelope. Pay for his dream house, or he would bury our past. The first detail I noticed was the cold precision in his eyes. His suit was immaculate, charcoal gray, a shield he'd perfected. He sat across from me as if we were finalizing a business merger, not a familial betrayal. "It's simple," he stated, pushing the papers forward. "A $50,000 gift. You have the means, or I reveal the secret you've kept buried." My fingers didn't even twitch toward the document. I just studied him, the boy I'd taught to ride a bike, whose scraped knees I'd bandaged. He offered a thin, victorious smile. That was his critical error. We were once allies, Liam and I, two parts of a single unit. He was the charmer, the one who could talk his way into or out of anything. I once found that trait magnetic, but I came to learn that charm and manipulation are cut from the same cloth. After our father passed, I became his anchor, covering his rent, settling his debts. He'd call me the Rock, his voice laced with a brotherly tease that masked his entitlement. Perhaps he always saw me as a mark. Then he met Sophia, a woman with a smile that could launch 1,000 ships and a moral compass that could sink them all. I sensed trouble, but I never guessed the scale. The initial red flag was a call from a luxury car dealership about a missed payment. Liam had sworn he'd handled it. Then came the murmurs. Old friends asking if I'd really co-signed a loan, distant relatives wondering about my sudden generosity. I hadn't agreed to anything, but Liam had told them I had. The final straw was the notification from my investment portfolio. $25,000, liquidated and transferred. He'd gained access. I confronted him. He didn't even flinch. "Consider it an investment in my future," he shrugged. "That's what family is for." In that moment, the brother I knew was gone, replaced by a threat sharing my DNA. Family isn't a shield for betrayal. When his legal team confronted me, I expected pressure, but not the document they called a family gift agreement. It claimed I'd verbally pledged $50,000 toward his property down payment, and they alleged they had a witness. They had nothing, because it never happened. But he was shrewd. He understood the game. That's when I stopped being his brother and started being his opposition. My wife, Clara, is a strategist, a forensic accountant. She speaks softly. People often misinterpret that for weakness. It's a dangerous assumption. When I showed her what Liam had done, she didn't raise her voice. She simply asked, "Do you want to inconvenience him, or do you want to end this?" I didn't need to speak. My silence was the answer. The following month was a silent war. Every move was calculated. We traced his financial footprints, credit lines, shell companies, hidden debts. It turned out my philanthropic brother had been financing his life by leveraging everyone around him, former colleagues, college buddies, even our elderly aunt who didn't understand digital banking. But the master stroke concerned his fiancée. Sophia was unaware he had used her identity to open a new line of credit. $30,000 approved with a forged digital signature. It was fraud, a felony waiting for a spark. Clara compiled the dossier without a sound. No warnings, no drama, just cold, hard evidence. The day of the meeting arrived, a sterile office, his two attorneys, polished and condescending. Liam sat beside them, radiating assuredness. "Make this easy on yourself," he said. "Sign the agreement or I will go public. Your career, your standing, it all disappears." I held his gaze for a long, silent moment. Then I almost smiled. "Have you been properly introduced to my wife?" Clara slid a single, dense folder across the polished table. His lead attorney opened it. The color drained from his face as he read. The second lawyer leaned in. By the fourth page, the room was a vacuum. Documented forgery, identity theft, financial misrepresentation. Every allegation supported by records, screenshots, and notarized statements, each one bearing his own hand. Liam's composure shattered. "This is fabricated," he stammered. Clara leaned forward, her voice a calm, sharp instrument. "The district attorney has a copy. We can proceed publicly, or you can accept our private terms." His mouth opened, but no words emerged. She continued, utterly composed. "You will rescind your claim, provide a written retraction, and repay the $25,000 you took with interest. Comply, and this file remains with us." The sound he made was the shattering of his own facade. He signed, his hand unsteady. The room remained silent as we left. The air outside felt sharp, renewed. Clara looked at me. "You all right?" I nodded. "It's over." And it was. I was finished carrying his weight. Some bonds are meant to be severed. A month later, his engagement was over. Sophia discovered the loan. His assets were frozen. His social circle evaporated. I never posted a word. I didn't boast. I didn't need to. True consequence doesn't require an audience, only accuracy. Now, I occasionally see his profile online, photos of exotic trips, captions about resilience. I keep scrolling. He taught me a brutal lesson. That shared blood isn't a free pass. It's a loyalty test, and I passed. When he tried to break me with legal threats and deception, I dismantled him with facts and quiet resolve. The most satisfying part? He never deciphered my calm demeanor that day. When he saw my faint smile, he assumed he held the winning card. But that smile was my final farewell. If this story of setting boundaries resonated with you, please support our channel with a like and follow Winds of Thought for more journeys into the wisdom of thought.